Okay, so I'm here with Martinez. He comes from SBG Nace. He's going to be competing this weekend on the Nationals. You might have seen him recently with a really good victory on Clan Wars. I watched it from home and I remember watching it going, wow, I want to keep an eye on this guy. Thank you very much for taking this interview on such late notice. How are you feeling?
Yeah, all good. Fight week. Finishing touches of the week, but basically, training's done now. All the hard work is done, so just ready to go on Sunday and make a statement.
Yeah, I believe you were supposed to be fighting Saturday and Sunday, and your opponent pulled out, and I think your new opponent's opponent pulled out, was it?
Yeah, I think we initially had like four in our bracket, and then two lads pulled out, so it's only myself and Michael left. So it's gonna be in the finals on Sunday.
Yeah, yeah. It's I really like the national. So obviously you're looking to go on and compete at the IMAFs, because we obviously don't have like it's not in the Olympics. So that is our Olympics is
Yeah.
essentially. How would it feel to go out and compete in a competition like that? Obviously, what you have to get through Michael first, but to go on, what would that mean to you to get there?
Yeah, it'd be an experience. Obviously, that's a high level. Like IMAFs would be the highest level to compete at. So obviously, if we can get through Michael on Sunday, I'd look forward to challenging myself there in the international stage, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it's going to be February in Serbia. I don't know because the dates. I don't know if the dates are out yet, but it is good because obviously you've had some teammates that have gone down and have done the experience. Speaking of your gym, you're in such a really good gym. There's such talent coming out
Yeah.
at the minute. How does it feel to be around that kind of group of people with with the experience and obviously the skill level and the success that the gym is having? What does it feel like for you to be a part of that?
Yeah, it's an amazing vibe down there. Just yeah, the buzz around the place is great, and obviously training is just super high level. Like, yeah, no, like just not enough good things I can say about the gym. Like, I'd say it's the best gym in the country right now. So, and yeah, coming up, I think over the next few years, you're going to see a good few lads stepping into the pro game, and I think the gym is going to be recognized more widely around the world soon enough. So.
Yeah, it definitely should be. Conor McCarthy's one of my favorite fighters that I've watched kind of from his
Yeah.
amateur to his career, and he was always so good, and you couldn't wait. You've got Jordan Scully, yourself, uh, Taco,
Yeah.
who's going to be fighting tomorrow as well, who travels like 2.5 to 3 hours to get to training, which is mental, and that just goes
Yeah,
to show the level. Like he
yeah,
bypasses Dublin to get there, so it just shows that the level and what's created there. But to get to kind of where you are now, talk to us. Why did you get into martial arts in the first place, and so basically the when and the why.
yes. So I started with kickboxing a good while ago when I was just a teenager, about 14. Yeah, I started like a full contact kickboxing, so it's above the waist. Then I transitioned to K1. Had my first K1 fights just after COVID. But I had a good few above the waist traditional kickboxing fights before that. Yeah, and then about a year and a half ago, I started doing MMA down in SPG Nace, and yeah, I've been fully at it since. Yeah, just had my first fight this year. The nationals again. Yeah, nationals earlier in the year. So and just the one at Clan Wars a month ago. So this is gonna be my third MMA fight, and yeah. And why I started, we started when I was playing soccer, and they brought us down to do a session at the kickboxing gym, and then I was like, I quit the soccer and started doing the fighting. And it's just like one of the most addicting sports ever. So I think anyone can attest to that. Whoever does it, like once you start, it's really hard to quit. And that's pretty much it. Like
Yeah, I'd say the soccer team are raging that they went and brought people because they obviously lost you from the team
I
over.
wasn't very good at it anyway. So
Um, but it's like that. Obviously, you had the last fight. Talk to us about the last fight as well because you looked very impressive there. What was it like going out? Clan was a really good production, really well ran show, and then obviously the finish. Like, talk to us about how that felt for the week of for the
yeah,
fight week, and then obviously getting the finish on the night.
yeah, yes. Clan Wars obviously was great to get my first full-on show on Clan Wars. Big show, as I said. The production is amazing. Yeah, the fight went by in a flash. I can't I can't even recall most of it. Like so, I just went in and threw a shot, landed well, I suppose, and yeah, it's over before you know it. Um, yeah, I'm hoping. was hoping in a way deep inside, I was hoping for a longer fight just to test my grappling, test more of my skills as well. But yeah, I'm happy with how it went. Obviously, came out fresh, ready to go again. This weekend.
Yeah, no, so like obviously a lot of people would like to go longer, but here that finish is going to be a highlight there forever.
Yeah,
So I wouldn't be complaining about that.
yeah,
And you
no,
have
of course.
you've got obviously Michael this weekend who you potentially go to 3 rounds. He's a very good fighter. You're a very good fighter. Have you studied him, or do you just want to implement your own style and your own game, or what way do you kind of look at your opponents?
I don't do too much. Like we have done sparring before. He's come over in SPGA, so we've done rounds before. So I'd say we know each other. He's a great fighter. Obviously, he's well rounded. Decent on the feet. Obviously, very good on the ground. So, um, my game plan is not a secret. I'm gonna try to keep it standing, come forward, and land heavy shots. Like so, I think everyone knows that. And um, as to what he's gonna do, like yeah, I think he's gonna shoot. But I said that about my last two opponents, that they stood and banged with me. So, we'll see what he does. But I think it's gonna be a mistake on his part. But yeah, we'll see if he decides to stand.
Yeah, see, now you said it a third time, so hopefully that they'll try and stand again with you and kind of go for your game plan. But obviously, you were saying
I
obviously you
believe
were in
it.
kickboxing and you joined MMA about it. What made you made the switch to MMA? What was it about MMA that kind of drew you to it?
I think there's a few parts like I've always just enjoyed watching UFC, MMA. I never really watched kickboxing fights, so for that reason, like I'm more interested into the MMA aspects. Yeah, like I rarely really watch boxing or kickboxing, but MMA I was always watching. Like then another part I think MMA is just more developed sport. There's more pathways to go further in MMA than kickboxing. I think kickboxing is starting to get bigger now as well. Yes, you see, there's much more shows and much more production value on in Ireland. But apart from that, kickboxing usually was all the big fights would be in the UK, and to get anywhere big, you'd kind of have to almost always take a late notice fight, be a filler almost. But yeah, I just started MMA and been loving it since. So yeah, hoping to take this somewhere.
Yeah, because like that MMA, obviously it's only a relatively new sport when you think about it, but it's kind of in Ireland it's over kind of shot like that, the traditional kickboxing, Muay Thai.
Yeah, I feel the pathways are more clear. Like even like the records are, you can see what records each fighter has in kickboxing. Like you don't really know what record a fighter has. Like you'd have to be take their word for it. Like but MMA is just more transparent. I feel, and just the bat is clear. Like you win a certain amount of fights, you're probably gonna go far, right?
Yeah, yeah, there's more options. And like you just brought up a good point there. I went to look at a Muay Thai fighter and a kickboxer, and then I went around looking for the records, like put in so and so kickboxing or Muay Thai. There's nothing. It's mental. Whereas you go
Yeah,
to Tapology, you've got every fight, when they won, how
yeah,
they won, the day,
yeah,
everything is transparent. And like I said, there's a lot more options then there's so many shows in this country. Then when you go pro, there's so many more shows around Europe. There's not just Cage Warriors anymore. So I think it's developed quite well. But we're not looking past Michael this weekend. But do you have any more plans for the rest of the year? Or is this, are you just going to take this fight and then figure it out after?
no, this will be my final fight for the year. I'll be going to Thailand, do a camp in Bangkok at the end of the year. So yeah, be unless I get a fight there, but no plans in Ireland for a fight now for this year.
Yeah, and I like the fact you're traveling as well. I think all fighters should do it, go to different cultures,
Yeah,
different
of
ways,
course.
and like that is connections as well, because you never know who you might meet and how it might benefit you in the future, you know, this sort of way. So,
Yeah,
I don't know. You're gonna be fighting Sunday, so there's a potential that I might be there. I'm not sure. I was offered to go up, but I'm commentating tomorrow, and it's gonna be a late night, so it depends how I feel.
yeah.
I would love to actually see that fight in person, so that might be the turning point for me to get me there. I gotta let you go because I know it is so close and I know you're busy. Is there anything you want to say before you go or shout out? And thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it and it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, shout out to my team SPG Nace, my teammates for pushing me every day to get better. Yeah. Yeah, tune in Sunday. I don't know if it's going to be streamed or not, but if it's going to be streamed, tune in.
If there is a stream, I will share a story and I'll put up here. That's going to be a cracking fight. Like I said, that's the one that might get me to go there. So, thank you very
You
much
won't be
and have a good
disappointed.
evening.
Cheers. Thanks for having me.